Welcome to the How to Set Score Codes for the Texas Assessment Program training video. In this training, we will look at score code options for each assessment in the Texas Assessment Program, and review how to manually set score codes, view set score code requests, and use the bulk upload feature. First, we will review score code options for each assessment in the Texas Assessment Program. Any STAR online assessments that are started will automatically default to a score code of S and be scored, even if the test is not completed. Additionally, STAR paper administrations will be scored if data entry is started in DEI. The score code options for STAR are S for score, A for absent, and O for other. Because there are different reasons students are unable to take a STAR assessment, refer to the District and Campus Coordinator Resources, DCCR. Enter student information into TIDE page for more information regarding which circumstances require specific score codes. District testing personnel will need to enter and update students' score codes before the close of each subject area's testing window. Refer to the DCCR Enter student information into TIDE page for more information. Student responses for STAR Alternate 2 must be entered and submitted in the Data Entry Interface, DEI, to be scored. For all other scenarios, district testing personnel will need to enter and update students' score codes before the close of the testing window. The score code options for STAR Alternate 2 are S for score, A for absent, M for medical exception, N for no authentic academic response, and O for other. It is important to note that the decision for a student to receive the score code M for medical exception, or N for no authentic academic response, should be made prior to attempting to administer the assessment, and requires documentation in the student's Individualized Education Program, IEP. When submitting a score code, district personnel must also provide a description as to the reason for this score code assignment in TIDE. Refer to the DCCR for more information regarding which circumstances require specific score codes. TELPAS online assessments that are started will automatically default to a score code of S and be scored, and TELPAS paper assessments will be scored if data entry is started in DEI. For all other scenarios, district testing personnel will need to enter and update students' score codes before the close of the testing window. When submitting a score code, district personnel must also provide a description as to the reason for this score code assignment in TIDE. Because there are different reasons students are unable to take an online or paper TELPAS assessment, refer to DCCR for more information regarding which circumstances require specific score codes. The score code options for TELPAS online assessments are S for score, A for absent, X for ARD decision, and O for other. TELPAS holistic ratings must be uploaded and processed in TIDE before the close of the administration to be scored. For all other scenarios, district testing personnel will need to enter and update students' score codes before the close of the testing window. The score code options for TELPAS holistic assessments are X for ARD decision, and E for extenuating circumstances. District personnel must also provide a description as to the reason for this score code assignment in TIDE. Again, refer to the DCCR for more information and circumstances to determine appropriate score codes for students who are unable to participate. TELPAS alternate holistic inventories must be entered and submitted in DEI to be scored. TELPAS alternate holistic ratings will automatically default to a score code of S and be sent to scoring at the end of the testing window if ratings for all observable behaviors are entered in DEI. For all other scenarios, district testing personnel will need to enter and update students' score codes before the close of the testing window. When submitting a score code, district personnel must also provide a description as to the reason for this score code assignment in TIDE. The score code options for TELPAS alternate are S for score, M for medical exception, N for no authentic academic response, and E for extenuating circumstances. It is important to note that the decision for a student to receive the score code M for medical exception, or N for no authentic academic response, should be made prior to attempting to administer the assessment, and requires documentation in the student's IEP. Refer to the DCCR for more information and circumstances to determine appropriate score codes for students who are unable to participate. Next, let us discuss how designated testing personnel can set a score code for a student who did not complete an assessment. From the Test Information Distribution Engine, TIDE, homepage, locate the green Administering Tests panel. Find the Appeals Score Codes option. Click the down arrow to expand your view. The tasks available in the Appeals Score Codes option are: Create Requests, View Requests, Upload Requests, and Holistic Rating Upload. We will first review the Create Requests task. The Do Not Report request allows students to restart a test opportunity by removing all responses on the test, or to restart the data entry process. The Grace Period Extension request allows the student to modify previously answered questions after the pause timer expires. The Rescore a Test request will initiate rescoring of a test. Please note that it applies only to tests that involve hand scoring, and that the purchase order number needs to be included in the comments when submitting a request, and a fee applies if a rescore does not result in an improvement in score. The Set Score Code request allows users to enter score codes, including A and O, during the testing window. The Change Score Code request allows users to change a score code after the initial reporting. It is important to note that setting a score code occurs during the testing window, while changing a score code occurs during the data correction window. Select the Change Score Code option if there is an initial score code entered for a student, and you are changing that original score code to a new score code. Refer to the calendar of events for the specific window during which a score code can be changed. Let us discuss how to set score codes in TIDE for a student who did not complete the assessments. We will use the Plan and Manage Testing Report option in the Monitoring Test Progress to look up students with paused status for the December 2024 STAR administration. In this example, we will set score codes for this student who started the Algebra 1 test, but did not complete it due to illness, and did not return to school to take other tests during the December 2024 STAR administration. First, select Set Score Code for request type. Locate TSDS ID from the drop-down menu in the Search Student By box, and enter the student's TSDS ID. Select Search. The search results show English 1, Algebra 1, and Biology EOC assessments, for which the student was registered to take. We will enter a score code, so that the student's test information can be properly reported. Select the checkboxes next to Set Score Code in the table, and click Next. In the New Score Code column, locate the drop-down menu, and select the appropriate score code for this student. The score code options are Absent, Other, and Score. For Algebra 1, we will set the score code to O, Other, in the New Score Code column, because the student only answered 3 questions, and the district determined a scored test would not produce enough helpful data. For English 1 and Biology, we will select A, Absent, in the New Score Code column, because the student was absent, and did not return to school during the testing window. As we discussed earlier, it is important to consult the DCCR for more information regarding circumstances to determine appropriate score codes. Be sure to place a checkmark in the checkboxes in the first column for the test that needs a score code set. After making the selection, select Create to continue. A pop-up window will appear, prompting users to enter a reason for the request. It is optional, but you may enter the reason. And be sure to select Submit before closing this page. Another message will appear to let users know that the request has been created and submitted for processing. Select Continue to close this message. Next, we will review the View Requests task. Locate the View Requests task from the Appeals Score Codes options under the Administering Tests panel. On the View Requests page, choose from the options shown under Request Type to create your search. You can select one or more options under Request Status, or leave it blank, as this is not a required field. Additionally, you can use the options under Additional Request Criteria to narrow your search results. In this example, we will use the student's TSDS ID in Additional Request Criteria to view the status of the Set Score Code request we completed in a previous step. In the Filter by drop-down menu, select TSDS ID, and enter the student's TSDS ID number. Select Search to view the results. As you can see, the set score code request is showing processed under request status, and the student's new score code is now showing as O, Other, for Algebra 1, and Absent for English 1 and Biology, for the December 2024 STAR administration. Next, we will review how to use the bulk upload feature. District and campus coordinators can use the Upload Requests option to allow a set of TSDS IDs or test result IDs to be updated, to initiate the process of setting score codes in bulk. Please note that uploading a file with a set of students will prompt TIDE to display a validation page, where users can see the original score codes of the specified students, and assign a new code by making an appropriate selection for multiple students. To use this bulk update feature, you must first download the template located on the Upload Requests page. You can download the CSV or the Microsoft Excel version of the template. Be sure to correct and resolve all issues if your file contains any errors. Proceed to commit and enter new score codes. Upload request files that contain 1,000 or more records are processed offline, while displaying the validation results for the first 200 records. TIDE will validate the remaining records offline, and send a validation report via email. TIDE will then commit, or upload the error-free records, and send a report listing all errors and warnings via email. Let us fill out the Microsoft Excel template to set score codes for a set of TSDS IDs. Click the first cell under the Request Type column to expand the drop-down menu. Select Set Score Code. Because we are using TSDS IDs, select TSDS ID in the drop-down menu for the search type. Then, enter the student's TSDS ID in the search value column. It is important to note that you do not need to enter any information in the reason column for setting score codes on this template. You will select the appropriate score codes in TIDE later. When you are finished entering the information, be sure to save the Excel file. Return to the Upload Requests page in TIDE to upload the file. Click Open to select it. Click Next to continue. On the preview page, verify that you uploaded the correct file and that the values in the columns are correct. Click Next to continue. The next step is the validation page. If there are errors, correct them in the Excel file, then select Upload Revised File to replace the existing Excel file. Click Continue with Upload to continue the upload process. On this page, you will see all eligible tests that have been assigned to the specific students. First, locate the row with the student and the test that needs to be assigned a score code. Make an appropriate score code selection in the drop-down menu in the New Score Code column. Repeat the process for another test or another student to assign a score code. As a reminder, you should only be assigning a score code for a test that a student did not participate in. A score code may also be necessary for special situations, as determined in consultation with TEA. Verify the information you entered on this page. Please be aware that TIDE will accept the score codes you enter, even if they are incorrect and should not be used. It is important to double-check and verify the accuracy of the score codes, to ensure they are appropriate. When you are finished and ready to submit, click Commit. On the confirmation page, you will see the number of records that were successfully updated. You may view the status of this request by using the View Request option we discussed earlier. Educators and technology staff may contact Texas Testing Support at 833-601-8821 or at Texas Testing Support at cambiumassessment.com or by using the chat feature located on the Texas Assessment Program website. This concludes the How to Set Score Codes for the Texas Assessment Program training video. You may review the contents of this video by using the controls on your player.